There are a lot of things that God said. Some people like him, some people don't like the things that he said. One of the things that he said that I want to talk about today is that he never said that, walking in the Christian faith was supposed to be easy. In fact, he said that we would suffer for him. Um, and you have to be brave and make that decision because you know that it's not going to be easy. And sometimes it comes down to pleasing yourself or pleasing him, making yourself happy or making yourself holy. I'm the Will Storian, and this is your weekly motivation. I'm over here now. Join me if you wish to Leviticus 11:44 out of the NKJV. For I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore consecrate yourselves, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. Verse later goes on to say about how we shouldn't defile ourselves with bestiality, but that's not what I want to talk about. God wants us to be happy, but he doesn't necessarily want us to be happy within ourselves, but we want to find happiness inside of him and through him, because he is the source of all that is good. And I don't know about you guys, but I consider happiness to be pretty good. And a lot of the times he has commanded his people to be holy. But what does that mean? To put it in simple terms, being holy is basically just sanctifying yourself from the evil world and becoming one with Christ, and honoring him through all of your actions, anything from breathing to solving complex math equations and getting the right answer. Not that I would get the right answer anyway. Um, he does command his people a lot to be holy, but he doesn't command them to be happy. But, like, why? Now, God does bless us, and it does make us happy because, we get cool things out of it. Now, I'm not saying that we should follow Jesus because we get cool things. We should follow him because if we don't, we go to hell. And okay, I lost my train of thought. Dang it. All right, give me like 4 seconds. When we choose to follow God, we're supposed to take the things, the worldly things, mind you, that make us happy and leave them behind with the world and pursue happiness in God. He blesses us, and that is the source of our happiness because we know that He cares about us. We know that He is there for us. And we know that even in the toughest of situations, He's still going to be there for us. In leaving our old fleshly selves, we should strive to be more like God, to imitate me just as I also imitate Christ. That's 1 Corinthians 11:1. The me in this case is Paul, and he gives a lot of instructions about how to be more like God. And one of these examples is in the book of, I think, First Timothy. I lied. The second one I wanted to talk, or the first, no, the one that I wanted to talk about was in Second Timothy. For God saved us and called us to live a holy life, which is 2 Timothy 1:9 out of the NLT version. Okay. Now, it's a good thing to be happy, but it's an even better thing to pursue God in our happiness. So when we do the things that make us happy, we gotta ask ourselves, is this gonna help me grow as someone who would be closer to God? Is this gonna make me closer to God as I do this thing? And this could be anything. This could be playing video games, eating if you like that, any of your hobbies, really, uh, except doing drugs. Don't do drugs. And while in development of this mindset, you should ask yourself, do I want myself to be happy or do I want myself to be holy? You can only really have one. You could be happy in holiness, but you can't be um, holy in happiness, especially fleshly desire happiness. So I leave you with this. As you go out through the rest of your week, I want you to ask yourself, as you do anything that you perceive to be fun, is this gonna help me become a better Christian? Is this gonna help me get where I want to be with God. Let that sink in. You done yet? Okay. All right. So that's going to do it for this one. Thank you for tuning in to this week's weekly motivation. I'm the Will Storian, and remember to serve God, serve others, and make people laugh. See you next time.